What's up, guys? Straight from the chest. Guys, I am your host, Justin Groth, and I thank you for tuning in with me on this personal development podcast. I hope it serves you well. Guys, thank you for all of my veteran listeners and your loyalty to the game. I really appreciate you, and welcome to all of the new listeners. I also appreciate you coming on board, and hopefully, like I said, this podcast extends some value your way. My sole position on this podcast is to deliver ignition into your innate purpose. I hope that makes sense. Deliver the ignition that is going to turn the switch to your already innate but probably dormant purpose over your life. God has given everybody a purpose, right? Whether you want to believe that notion or not, it's a fact. We all have a purpose here on this planet. We all have a reason why we exist. And I'll go one up. We're all supposed to leave massive marks while we're here. And hopefully you are with me on that. If you're with me on that, then everything else that I say will serve value in your life. And guys, for those of you who are new, we like to do something on this podcast called We're Not Friends segment. So like the title entails, guys, we are not friends. If you are one of those people that likes to constantly nitpick on the little things that we might be doing, extend your expression on frivolous, futile things that we do. Let me give you an example. I love Bang energy drinks. I love them. I drink 1,000 a day, just one a day, but I love these things. I look forward to them. If those of you who are unfamiliar with the Bang energy drink, it's basically an energy drink / pre-workout, but they label it as potent brain and body fuel. And guys, I know there's a bunch of shit in here. That's probably the reason why I love it, because everything else in my life is so bland and simple. It makes me look forward to something. And for those of the people out there that love to just, do you know how much aspartame's in that? Miss me with that. I don't care. I do 90% good and detailed and structured and clean in my life. I don't need you to hone in on the one vice that I have. I like the Bang energy drinks, and I might drink a Diet Coke occasionally with a cheat meal. Get out of here, bro. I don't need you in my life if you're going to pick on those little small vices. Let me pick on your life. Let's give me a day in your life. I bet I come up with 19 things that are shit that you could change. But I don't, because we all need our vices, right? Listen, the carcinogenic properties in the Hungry Man TV dinner you're eating are far worse than anything in this Bang. I'll bet you that. And are going to do far worse damage to you than this little Bang is going to do to me. Especially with the one I drink it anyways. I'm not trying to define myself. I'm just saying. Miss me with all of the nitpicking. Not a fan. Never going to be a fan. Now back to what we're talking about, right? Because that's the entire position of this podcast, is to talk about you, where you're at, maybe have me give you some testimonial. That'll give you some context in where we're going with the message. But guys, what is super important right now that you hone in on is that you've been given a purpose on this planet, and it has been biologically wired and engineered within you from God to be something of magnitude on this earth. Not just mediocrity. No shame to anybody that's living a mediocre life. If you're happy and you feel purpose fulfilled, then you're winning. But for those of the people out there that question if there's more, like you question at night, you're sleeping or you're about to sleep and you question if there's more of a purpose or a reason on your life, I guarantee you there is. But the fact of the matter is, you are lying dormant. You're lying dormant within the purpose that is innately there. And the reason probably for that is because you're not being self-aware. I mean authentically and irrationally self-aware with your identity and what components make you tick and who you are. That is the missing link. The missing link is the fact that you can't identify who you are yet. And I'll extend an olive branch. It might not come when you want it to come. You could be listening to what I'm saying, and today or tonight, go to your bedside or before you go to bed and just say, just God, show me where you're at. Show me what you want me to do. I want to know what I'm good at. And it's not likely going to come the next day, or maybe the next week, or maybe the next month, or even the next year. But that's where faith comes in. You got to have an understanding on faith and know that it's not going to be your time to understand time. That it makes sense. It's not, let me rephrase that. It's not going to be up to you to understand the timeline in which God already has orchestrated over your life. It might not be understandable to you. And that's where faith needs to take a front seat. Because really all you have is that. I've talked about it before, grinding and hustling your way to the top. And I'm not an advocate of that. I'm also not an advocate of sitting your ass on the couch and just eating cheese dips and watching Everybody Loves Raymond episodes. That's not going to get there either. You need to have a mixture of both. What I mean by that is your faith needs to have works behind it, right? In the Bible it says, faith without works is dead. But never in the Bible does it say, ride the ambition wave until you get there. That's a fallacy created by every grind and hustler person that you've ever met in your life. And let me tell you one thing about those people. They love to be self-involved. They love to have all of the success to be imparted on solely them. They don't have any kind of agenda to give any other recognition to anybody else that's put them up or that's given them the position that they're in or help them to get in the position there. No, because if that were the case, every person that's successful by your measure, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, pro skaters, pro volleyball players, everybody would all give credit to God. But do they? They don't. Why is that? Maybe because they've accessed the fact that it's just on their notion of practicing and being ambitious and delivering drive behind the ambition. That is the reason why they're successful. It's not. It's not the entire piece of the puzzle. Yes, it plays a major role, but it's God who gave them the gift in the beginning. It's God who gave them the authentic passion to chase playing basketball, to practice dribbling skills, to practice free throws. It's God who gave them that innate desire to do that. So obviously, it obviously makes sense to give credit to the person who gave you the gift. But one thing that they have over you is they identified it. And it didn't matter if it was popular or not. They just went in with it because they couldn't help but not do it. It was the only thing that was on their mind. And too often, too many times, people now, especially with social media, even though social media is a blessing in terms of a platform to get people out there and to get people recognized for more of their gifts and talents, predicated that they actually put out content that reveals their talents, but it's definitely a blessing, right? At the same time, it can be a curse because you're looking at people on there that are just showing you highlights and not showing you real life. And they can come across as like, well, this is what you have to do to be successful. And it can distort all of the predispositioned notions and wiring that God had already interlaced within you. To follow Him, to rely on Him, to understand that He has your orchestration already. And it's not really up to you as much as you think. It is. Like I said, you can't sit on the sidelines and expect things to just come your way, but you have to be able to identify what you're great at and have faith in the understanding that it's not going to work out the way you'd like, probably. And you're going to have hurdles and challenges. And those challenges are going to trip you up. But sometimes we don't hone in on that. We make this too complicated. We make this life thing too complicated. And we make it to be where I have to do this or that, or I don't have to do that. I can't do that. I have to do this first. It's like, it's simple. You have your 9 to 5 or your 7 to 3, whatever it is, or your stay-at-home coach, or your stay-at-home whatever. You have a side business, but then like that's just to produce a monthly income. It has nothing to do with everything that you breathe. It's just something that you need to do to provide for your family. I understand. At the same time, you never let go of the actual innate dormant purpose that is there. That's something that you continuously function off of. But it's easy to get wrapped up in the complexity of life and listen to this person, listen to that person, and I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do with this. You gotta just sit and listen. And when you get direction, activate that direction. When you get a download, go on that download. And God isn't positioned to give you things that are popular. But he's positioned to give you things that are going to be fulfilling his purpose on this planet. And in the process, he's predicating it off of the passion that he interlaced within you from birth. It's not something that you developed on your own. And the further that you can recognize that, the more that you can hone in on that, the easier this concept will be of life. But you're focused on the wrong shit. You're focused on the frivolous minutia that doesn't matter, actually. I believe minutia matters, but not the things that really don't pay homage to serve you or serve others. Like, you're wrapped up in, do I post today? What do I post about? Nothing if you don't feel it. Nothing. Who cares about what Gary Vee says? You got to post 6, 7, 8, 9 million times a day. Dude, that's him. He feels that way. Let him do him. But just because he says it and he's got a platform doesn't mean that that is the blueprint for success. I have a little thing called authenticity that I love to work off of. Authenticity is going to beget genuity. And you know what genuity gives? It's transferable currency to every single person that comes in contact with you. Because there's one thing that everybody and anybody can understand. It's a genuine spirit, a genuine posture. So look, if you don't want to post that day because you don't feel like posting, you're having a bad day, or whatever, don't post. Don't post just because it's popular to posting, because such and such that has 500,000 followers or 1 million followers said this is what you have to do to make it in the IG world. What does that even mean? What does it even mean to have followers? What does it even mean? If you're not producing something that's of value to somebody, and your whole entire focus is just to gain popularity, you're wasting your time. You're literally wasting your time. And think about it like this. Everybody that is popular and is a leader and is facilitating in their craft, they don't check Instagram for their likes. I'll give you an example. You think Will Smith, Rock, Kevin Hart, you think they go on their Instagram and see how many likes I got? They don't give a shit. They're just posting it. And they're just taking you along for the ride. And that's what you need to do. You need to focus on first the cart, not put the horse before. Focus on the cart. And make sure. No, that's not good. No. Focus on, what is that saying? Shit. Messed up my whole message, man. Son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying with that. You're focusing on the small, simple things that don't matter first. They don't matter. Oh man, I'm human. I mess up. So, wouldn't you know? So here's the thing. If you focus on the small things, then you're going to lose sight and become diluted of the major things that actually matter to your existence. It doesn't matter that you get likes. It does not matter. It takes one person to put you on. It takes one person to talk about you to the right person, to have that person extend favor and opportunity that is unbeknownst to you, that could trail you to massive realms that you have no idea of, and you can never manufacture or manifest no matter how hard you grind and hustled your little way up there. Doesn't work like that. It works as God increases you the promotion from his already preconceived orchestration. That's how it works. Whether you want to believe that shit or not. That's how it works, Jack. That is how it works. Anything else is made up from humans, and humans are dumb as shit. Humans can't do this shit on their own. They really can't. They need God. They may say they don't, but they do. And the ones that say they don't, they inevitably fall, and they fall, guess what? For good. They don't fall for a short while. They fall for good. So what bracket are you in? Which bracket are you in? What market? Are you in the market of extending everything you have inside of you, whether it's popular or not, being genuine and being authentic to your craft, going all in head first, no matter what else you have to do on the side, because you have to provide for your family, but not being diluted because of that, only becoming stronger in the trajectory shift that is your purpose on this planet? Or are you going to fall slave and victim to the popular notion of grind and hustle your way, which is basically fake it till you make it, almost? Because I've never seen a grind and hustler type of person not faking till they make it, and vice versa. I'm not saying don't act the part that you want and don't believe in the part that you want in your life. Yes, but that doesn't mean put on a facade. That's still going to stem from an organic, authentic, and genuine place in your heart. Which one are you going to choose to hone in on? Which one are you going to choose to give energy to? Because you can give energy to both. You can give energy to the facade, or you can give energy to the authentic genuity that's within you for your craft. God's calling you, man. He's calling you. And everybody around you, well, not everybody, but some people around you might try to extract or bring you to a different direction. Extract something out of you that's going to bring some negative light in your life, and it's going to inevitably suppress you and or cause you to detour. You have to be strong enough. You have to say, I don't care what you say. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you think this is going to work or not. Because I know that I wouldn't have these visions and these dreams consistently with continuity every single day of my life if it weren't for a reason. If it were not for a reason and they were seemingly futile and they could be easily dispersed of, then they don't mean anything. But that's not this. This is something different, dude. I got something different here. And it might take me a decade to manufacture it. But when I do, it's going to change the game. And if it doesn't change the game for everybody, it's going to change the game for me and my family and maybe the 1 or 2 or 3 or 400 people that it massively penetrates. And that's all the reason why I do it. Think about why you do the things that you do. Why do you post? What are you really trying to look for out of it? What are you really trying to extract? Instant gratification? Or opening the door to your dormant purpose, to your dormant passion? Because maybe the thing you want to do isn't that popular. Doesn't matter though. Do you think people, right when I got on camera and I started doing IG lives, do you think people right out of the gate was, oh my gosh, I love that, you're killing it, Justice Fire. No. But that's not the reason why I do it. Even if I don't get one person that's actively listening, I'm still going to do it. Even if I get one person that says, Justin, this is bringing inordinate value to my life, I love it, keep doing it, I'm still going to do it. But whether that person is there or not, guys, I got a mission from God. It doesn't matter about the person. Because I know ultimately this is going to be refined and this is going to become into an orchestration that I could never manufacture just alone on the properties of grinding and hustling. That's not how you get anywhere. Doesn't mean you don't work. But the grinding and hustling mentality is going to leave you ultimately to fend for yourself one day. And if you understand, you understand you can't make it alone. Done. Bang, buddy.